Hello everybody, welcome to another fantastic episode of Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. My name is John. I am in my sipping den. This channel I do everything that has anything to do with alcohol. I also do a world famous Sunday morning coffee review. That is a lot of stuff. But what's good about it for you is you don't have to go anywhere else. You're home. The only thing you have to do is sub, because you always have to sub to your home. Now, doing everything like that, everything that has anything to do with alcohol, and everything that has anything to do with coffee, several things I'm going to say about that. One, it is not hard to find what I review because I have made sure and assured that I have the most extensive, easy to navigate playlist on YouTube. Categories, subcategories. You start looking through there, everything. There'll be things on there you didn't even know that you forgot about, I promise. And you're going to see it, and you're going to be interested, and you're going to click on it. I challenge you to do it because it's going to be good for you to do it, because you're going to have a great time, you're going to learn a lot, you're going to see some beautiful things, some unbelievable playlists, and you'll just see how extensive and how easy to navigate it is. Is it hard to do all these things? It must be, because I'm the only one in the world that can do it. And to make things fair to my other friends on YouTubers, and they know this, I do it, and they appreciate it, with half my taste buds tied behind my back. Alright, what are we doing today? You know, attached to every video has a comment section, and the first comment I always pin, it's always mine, but I don't do it because it's mine. I do it because I have a link to a playlist that I'm reviewing, in this case, bourbon. This is an interesting one. Castle and Key. Okay? Beautiful bottle. Heavy. Hell, the cap alone is 45 pounds. Recently came out with their first batch of bourbon. And there's a whole, and I've done it by itself. So you can check out that video. Castle and Key. But long before Castle and Key made this bourbon, Castle and Key was making this bourbon. Pinhook. Okay? Distilled at Castle and Key. Well, I met the distiller for Castle and Key. He was at a bottle signing. And I asked him about this. And he said, at the time, this is all I knew. I said, hey, you're saying this is your first bourbon. What, I know you're doing this. What he told me then, well, the mash bills are different. This is yellow corn. This is white corn. And the mash bills are different. We'll get into it in a minute. This is 4 years aged. This is a little over 3 years. This is contracted. This is contracted by Pinhook, which is CJS Distillery. Now, I also have a video, right, on the Pinhook. You can check that out. I have one on the Castle Key. So I'm not going to get into each individual thing too much. More of a comparison because they are both distilled at Castle and Key. So right off the bat, what are some of the differences? 4 years, a little over 3 years. 99 proof, 119.9 proof. The mash bill's a big thing. This mash bill is a pretty standard mash bill of 75% corn, 15% rye, 10% malted barley. This mash bill is 73% corn, 17% malted barley, very different, and 10% rye. And then, of course, the white corn versus the yellow corn. Well, I say we see which one tastes better. The Pinhook. This is fun. The Castle and Key. I have batch 1 and batch 2 of Castle and Key. This is batch 2. Castle and Key, Pinhook. I don't have to describe the color. This is a video. All right. Castle and Key. Get a lot of sweetness up front, followed by a corny graininess, oak, a little bit of fruit. Castle and Key, Pinhook, or the Pinhook Bohemian High Proof Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. And I'm going to say this. Compared to each other, they might be different when they were by themselves, because now I'm really getting some cool reference right here. Because I don't remember smelling cigar or cigar tobacco. And I'm getting it now. I'm getting it as compared to the Castle and Key. None on the Castle and Key. Strong nuttiness now, by the way. Bringing out a cigar. Now, I remember when I did this, it was a lot of corn, a lot of where you could tell it was a new whiskey, that dusty corn graininess. And I'm getting that. And I'm getting it by itself a lot. Yeah. But when immediately after this, I get more of a cigar smell. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Getting a little like cherry coming out of here, cherry cola type thing. Grainy sweetness. All right, tobacco seems to be gone. I was getting that for a second. Let's give it a taste. And this isn't going to be, you know, it's going to be what it is. Side by side. We'll do the best we can. All right, Castle and Key. I always do an acclimation sip first. You know that. Let me do it now for the flavor. Alright. I'm not going to sit here and describe it because I've already done 2 videos. I want to compare it. You know, you take that first sip, you hold it for a second, you swallow, you don't pay attention, cleanses out the first one and hold. Now the second one. Interesting. Initially, the Castle and Key, or excuse me, the Pinhook is sweeter when you compare the two. You drink the one, drink the other, and you notice it's sweeter. I'm going to reverse this here in a second. I'm going to drink the Pinhook and then do the Castle and Key and see if it still holds up that way. Let me follow it with this right away and see. Yeah. Sweeter. Castle and Key is sweeter. We're talking about a side by side right next to each other, both directions. Castle and Key, Pinhook, Pinhook sweeter. I said Castle and Key, but Pinhook sweeter. Castle and Key, then the Pinhook, Pinhook sweeter. Pinhook, then the Castle and Key, Pinhook sweeter. Pinhook sweeter. The other one's older, but it's not much older. It's over 3 years, 4 years. So less than. Don't know what the char levels are. I'm having trouble telling you which one's better. Now, no disgrace to Castle Key. Castle Key makes both of them. You know, I'm thinking, now that I think about it, you know, this one is higher proof. It's 99 to 120, basically. That one's another year, a little less than a year older. You know, if you look at it like that, one, you're getting a bigger bang for the money in the proof. The other, you're getting bigger bang for the money in the age. I think the proof is a hard different than the age. I don't remember how much Castle and Key was now. I like the Pinhook better. I think the individual review, if I can remember correctly, I think the Castle and Key was a better by itself review than the Pinhook, I think. But when they're side by side, going back and forth, and you're not just looking at the two armies, you're watching them fight. I believe I'm going to give the edge to the Pinhook, as my palate calls it. I hope you found this interesting and fun. I sure did. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, I do everything as anything to do with alcohol. I mean everything. I mean, you have to check out the playlist. I can't name it all. It's pretty extensive. This is a very, very, very small part of what I do. But yet I have a very extensive playlist on bourbon. Like I say, it's attached to the first comments, my bourbon comment. If you're a bourbon fan, you're here. I assume you are. Check it out. If you like wines, beers, anything else, check it out. If you're not sure, check it out, because you're going to find stuff you like that you don't even know about. I promise you. I promise you. It's a hell of a playlist. It's my lifetime work. Okay, I've been doing this for a lifetime in a lot of industries. All right, I used to own a liquor store. I've imported wine. I've got certifications for wine. I've worked at distilleries. I've worked at other liquor stores. I've worked at barreling. I've done a lot, and I've tasted a lot. It's a whole life. I've been doing this since the 70s, on and off. So, it's my hobby. I've made partial living from it. I've done other things while I was doing this. Was for a while was my living, and then for a while it wasn't. It was my hobby. At any rate, I guess what I'm saying is, I got a heck of a I guess a little bit of a knowledge that I like to share with you and have fun and tasting and just having a good time. So check out the playlist. We don't get too crazy here as far as I know it all, right? We're just describing it. We're having a little fun, right? You can give me a comment. We'll talk about it. And you get to see all these beautiful things reviewed and a lot of other stuff that I don't have back here. That's all over the place here in the Sipping Den. And thank you for being here, everybody. And I'll see you on the next one. I appreciate you being here. I really do. Thank you.